watching Pinoy Scoop, your daily entertainment news channel in the Philippines.
What made you say yes immediately in producing this film?
I think offhand, the main reason, the number one reason I produced this film is because I simply just wanted to learn from the great Love Diaz. As a student of film, as a very young filmmaker myself, I was always, encouraged to learn from those who have come before me, who have kind of, paved the way for Philippine cinema. And there was just an opportunity to work with Love, and I may not have been an expert on Love Diaz cinema, but I was familiar with his cinema, and it was very unique. Instantly, you were gravitated towards the length. But what I really admired about Love Diaz is that he tells films, he expresses his films the way he wants to, and he's not going to let anyone tell him how or how to tell his stories.
Kasi parang, na parang the viewers kasi were not used sa ganitong kahabang film. So, do you think parang the audience will be ready for this, or is this a good start for them to?
Well, yes, I think anytime you want to create, I don't want to say, and I don't think anybody could change Philippine cinema. Philippine cinema is what the Filipino filmmakers want it to be. We just want to contribute to it. You cannot create change overnight. Love Diaz has been making films for as long as I can remember. I mean, when he was writing the screenplay in '97, I was still in high school. So he's been making films for a long, long time, and it's really only now he's getting. I heard 20 plus cinemas. I mean, he told me he's used to cinemas where there's only one person watching his films, two people watching his films, and so he has evolved. But it's also taken time. You have to be very patient in cinema, and I would like to think yes, this is definitely a challenge for the common moviegoer to experience. It's literally going to take your whole day to watch the film. But I hope it's a start. It's a step in the right direction where we can actually now create an audience slowly, and hopefully 10 years from now, we can always look back on Hele or what Hele started, and we can grow from there. You always have to plant seeds, naman. So, and together with Star Cinema, the biggest distribution film company here in the Philippines, to take on also a project like this is definitely out of their norm. Definitely left field. It's also nice to know that giant studios respect and support art films and cinema. I mean, in general, just cinema.
Kasi di ba you mentioned kanina na parang ginawa na yung first itong 1997, 1998. May mga binago.
It definitely evolved. I think when you work with Lab, every day changes. Every day
Okay.
changes. But it changes. It gets better. It's not changes na parang he didn't like this. He didn't like that. He writes on the day. I appreciate that process because his mind, for the whole time that we're shooting the film, his mind is in the film. He's making things better. He's working on the dialogue, on the script, and once he puts those words on paper and gives it to his actors, that's it. You need to say it verbatim, word for word, because it's just so poetic. There's no reason whatsoever to change his dialogue or to change his style. And as a producer, you want to create an environment for a director that can allow him to be as creative as possible. So, of course, we had a lot of limitations, but I, together with my co-producing partner, Bianca Balbuena, we had to try to create an environment where Lab could be at his best. And I'd like to think the fact that we're here now, the fact that we did Berlin, is that we were able to do that, and Lab was able to tell the best story possible.
Direk, kasi pagkakaalam ko may mga movies before si Direk Love Diaz, ang mahahaba nga, na inedit pa para minsan 8 hours, dalawang 6 hours. Ito ba talagang 8 hours talaga o may mga inedit pa kayo ibang parts na?
No, what you're gonna see on March 26 here is what the people in Berlin saw. It's exactly what, it's the same. It's the film that won in Berlin is the film that we will see here in the Philippines. And I know Love, myself, we wanted to do that because we didn't want to shortchange the Filipino people. We wanted to show them this is the film that won in Berlin. This is the film that Meryl Streep watched. This is the film that Clive Owen watched. So you're gonna get to experience that, and so that they will know the kind of film that that I guess did their country proud over in Berlin.
Direct, is Hele expensive?
You mean producing the film?
Producing the film.
To be honest, it probably looks very expensive when you guys watch it on the big
Yeah,
screen.
it looks really.
But it's really a labor of love. Piolo, John Lloyd, pretty much just gave back their honorariums. They did it for love. They did it for love. The ensemble cast, the same thing. It was. We told them, this is all we have to offer, but this is the story. This is the vision of the director. Are you willing to join us in this, revolution of sorts? And it wasn't at all as expensive as it may look, but it's expensive in terms of the heart that was put into the film, the passion that was put into the film, the after hours that was put into the film, the unsung heroes of the movie, the gaffer, the utility, the sound designers. It's just, it's priceless in that regard. And I guess we have this silver bear to show for it. So exciting, and it's something I hope that the Filipino audience, ready or not, can appreciate that. And I really believe this, and I've been around the world, many different festivals, that the Filipino artist is the most talented person in the world. And I always say this is because we have such hardworking crews. Given the challenges and the situations, we still are able to pull through. Our actors all over the Philippines are some of the most talented actors in the world because they're able to do multiple characters at the same time. They're able to sing and dance on the weekends. I mean, I don't see, a George Clooney or Tom Cruise doing those things. They just do one project for 1 year. That's it. But you have Piolo, John Lloyd, who are juggling different characters, but not just portraying characters, but doing great work. And that goes for the rest of the cast as well. So, and I hope the Filipino audience can appreciate that and when they see this in the cinema, March 26th.
And incidentally, we have a special advanced screening. How do you say it, Miss AC? Special screening on March 20th here at the Dolphy Theater. So, mauna pa tayo sa March 26. So, may mga ng vloggers.
Yeah, I'm sure that they're invited.
Yeah,
So you can
some of the production people are
give us
coming
your
also, celebrities.
advanced reviews. Yeah, March 10. We'll also all be there, and we'll be in and out. I know we'll be doing some press stuff, but we'll be there, and hopefully everyone does enjoy.
Piolo kasi mentioned he learned so much about Simeon. Simon. I'm sorry, Simeon na naman ako. Simon. Kasi mas nakilala niya si Ibarra. Here, anong mga discoveries mo when you were doing Love Diaz film?
I wasn't exactly the brightest student in Philippine history, So I feel like I want to call up my Philippine history teachers when I was in high school and say, "Pasado na ba?" with Hele, with Love's take on Philippine history. I was able to really learn straight from Love, who's also in a way a historian, a teacher of history. He was able to answer a lot of my questions on Dr. Jose Rizal and his impact on our nation. The characters of Isagani and the curiosity that he brings to his character. For Simon, who was trying to really preserve the work of Dr. Jose Rizal and make sure that it was known. It really instilled in me the pride of being a Filipino also. We had such a brutal history. We were colonized. We were always fighting for our freedom. And even to a certain extent today, we're still sort of fighting for our freedom. We're still searching for our identity. But at least what this experience gave me was that at the end of the day, every day you shouldn't stop fighting for what you believe is right. You should always, I don't want to say struggle, but you should always challenge yourself to continue to get better as an individual. And we should stop, blaming people. I think for me, sometimes the change begins with just you. And people are just finding people to blame, people to, ganito, kasi traffic, kasi ganito. But let's also contribute our own. Imagine if all the 100 million Filipinos or plus contribute something good, we could easily improve. I think just like making a great film, you need a collaborative effort. I think just like a great country, you need to have everybody collaborate, for the greater good. So that's kind of what, it's still patriotism in me and greater love for my country.
So this is being marketed as an 8-hour challenge. From your personal experience, how would you, what kind of tips or recommendations would you give the moviegoers that are eager to watch it on the 26th? How would they maximize the whole experience or digest the varying themes that are all melting in this film?
For me, first of all, is come with an open mind, come with an open heart, come ready to receive. And the film is there, ready to give, ready to shock, ready to affect. If you can open up your mind and open up your heart when you do watch Hele, there could be some crazy things going on there. I always say it's like love injected a drug in his film that it's going to affect you somehow. And so just come with an open heart, come with a mentality that's ready to be challenged, so that you can really appreciate the cinema of Love Diaz. Give it a chance. Support one of the very humble, one of the very nice master storytellers that our country has produced. Let's support our own, and so I hope that's what people will have when they go watch the film. But of course, yes, it's 8 hours, so it's also a test of patience and endurance. So expect that. As much as possible, I know we're in a very cell phone technology, but stay captivated with the film. Sometimes maybe checking texts or messages is well, you can't avoid that, but sometimes it may take you out of the moment. It may take you out of the moment. You might lose it. And that's one of the reasons why in Berlin people were able to appreciate cinema, is that the audience in Berlin actually, when they do have to make a call, they actually leave the cinema. Because sometimes even the mere presence of a light in a dark cinema can ruin a viewer's experience. When we spoke to Miss Meryl Streep about it, she mentioned that it changed every molecule in her body. That I remember talking to her at the dinner, and she said that she prepared physically and mentally for the 8 hours. It was the first in her whole life. But she told me she had her shawl, she had her cup of tea, she had some of her food, and she was ready for it. And it was nice to hear that. So I guess embrace it. It's not every day you get a Love Diaz cinema in 20 plus cinemas all over the country. So let's support love. Let's support Hele, and let's be proud that this is purely Filipino made.
Thank you for watching today's entertainment news here at Pinoy Scoop. Please don't forget to subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button below.